Hey everyone, David Morrison back with our final Tennessee opponent football preview for the 2024 Tennessee Volunteer football season. Tennessee wraps up the season like every year, taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. Tennessee will meet Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee at the, I guess, newly renovated Vanderbilt Stadium, November the 30th, usually the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Uh, yeah, well, what can you say much about Vanderbilt? But anyways, this is the week after Tennessee had played UTEP for Senior Day, and we already previewed UTEP in the very first video, in the non-conference opponents video. It was very short, and this Vanderbilt preview may be just about short as that one. But anyways, yeah, let's talk about Vanderbilt and kind of where Tennessee should be mindset as they head into the holiday break, if you will. So last year, Vanderbilt 2-10 on the year, 0-8 in SEC play. Um, Basically, almost the entire team hit the transfer portal. This is definitely a crucial year for Clark Lee, as he's on the hot seat along with Sam Pittman at Arkansas. We previewed Arkansas in a previous video. Yeah, it's just you kind of expect what you expect with Vanderbilt. But talking about some of the players coming in, all their quarterbacks transferred, but they did pick up a couple in the transfer portal. And New Mexico State quarterback Diego Pavia, he's the same quarterback when he was at New Mexico State, defeated Auburn down on the Plains late last year. And then former Utah quarterback Nate Johnson, who actually got some starting time last year due to the injury of Cam Rising, he's going to be in contention for Diego for that starting quarterback job at Vanderbilt. Running back Cedric Alexander comes back for his sophomore year. Not sure if it's a redshirt sophomore or if it's a true sophomore, but anyways, he was one of the highlights, I guess, if you will, along with maybe a London Humphrey, who's no longer on the team as far as that offense goes. But they're going to rely on a lot of Cedric Alexander, and then wide receiver Junior Sherrill will probably be their go-to guy. Their offensive line, they end up their left guard returns back, left tackle is back, and Gunnar Hansen probably wouldn't shock me if he's like an all SEC player, if you will. And then their centers are transferred from Mississippi State. Defensively, Clark Lee let his defensive coordinator go, and now he's going to call the plays on defense. And, anytime you see a head coach that's on a hot seat decided, I'm just going to call the plays myself on offense or defense, there's a lot of red flags you want to throw. And, for Tennessee, it's not a big deal to us, but, if you're, a very patient Vanderbilt fan, you're kind of stressing out over this right here. But they're trying to get some transfers coming in defensively. They got a good free safety and Radon Fontanet and safety CJ Taylor. So kind of a couple of their bright spots on the team. They do have 3 starters returning back on the defensive line. I'm not for sure if that's good or bad, just the way their season is. But by this point, Tennessee, depends on where we're at. When I know it's kind of we've repeated these last few videos, but where they are, if they're still in the playoff contention, they're going to be in a, already clinched a bowl game, maybe struggling to get a bowl. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're in a solid position, but main thing Tennessee just needs to do is just take care of business and hopefully no big injuries going to this. We've mentioned this a couple times in the other videos about the new SEC TV schedule, and they've announced the window times for these games. This game is in the 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock slot, the early slot. So it's going to be a morning game at Vanderbilt, or maybe a tick past noon when this game gets going. So it's going to be, it could be maybe a little bit of a sluggish start at the beginning. Hopefully not, but you're playing an 11 a.m. Let's say, for instance, this is an 11 a.m. game in Nashville 2 days after Thanksgiving. Maybe some players went back home. and now coming back, you got to go on the road and play a Vanderbilt team early on. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if Tennessee may start out a little sluggish, and we're probably thinking, "What in the world's going on? This team is falling apart." So, I don't think it's going to be happen. But this kind of this game right here, I don't want to say scares me, but it's definitely maybe intriguing and maybe a little bit of annoyance maybe in that first quarter. But I think Tennessee should hold their own. But you never know; they could come out and score 21 right out of the gate and put this game to bed very early, but we shall see. But that's going to wrap it up for Vanderbilt, and hopefully you've enjoyed these Tennessee football opponent preview videos, and we're going to continue our preseason coverage throughout the summer, going into fall camp, and we'll be ready for Tennessee football when Tennessee takes on Chattanooga, the first game of the season. But hopefully you've enjoyed these videos, and we'll talk to you next time right here on Ball Society. This is David Morrison. Have a great day, and go